Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
And in want of all things, because you gotta understand, in order for you to set up a school, let's say Jake wanted to set up a school, right, of their own. Who do they gotta go to set up that school? They gotta go to the same bank, which is run by Esau, get a loan, right, and then set up that school. And guess what? When you go to the bank and you get the money from that particular bank, whoever runs that bank, they're running the school because you're using their money. All right, so you still got to go back to Esau again if you want to set up your own schools. So the way Esau set it up, and really the way the Most High set it up, to where Esau can actually have control of all material, all things pretty much, so that Jake and everybody else would have to be subjugated under that. Okay, on pretty much you gotta have this ball sack in front of your face every time. That's how this society is set up. You know, go on, brother. Because when you check it out in slavery, when you really check it out, when Jake was in slavery, they weren't taught anything. They didn't have no knowledge to teach their children. So naturally, if you have no knowledge, if you're a parent that has no knowledge, where else are you going to get the knowledge from? You're going to have to take your children to go to these schools that Esau set up.
The weird thing is, you think that you're doing the right thing as well.
Yeah.
That's a trick.
But you're doing the wrong thing. That's a trick.
To get the good grades, and you get shook. You like, the GCSEs come in. I gotta study. If I don't study, then I'm gonna be a bum. I don't want to be a bum, so I've got to get the GCSEs, get A star, get certain grades. Because if I don't get certain grades, then I can't go to college or university. You know, you gotta pass. If you don't pass, then you gotta do resits. You know.
I told my daughter that, man. I said, listen, school is not there to educate you, to make you a better person. It's just there to mind numb you. I said, when you go to school, you just get the good things that you can get out of being there. Don't try and go there and just learn everything that the man's teaching you, because they're not trying to teach you. They're just trying to conform you. Right. So when you're there, obviously there's things you can learn at school. So you just get them things out of it, and that's it.
You get what I'm saying? School, man. School, you know, you get the tensions, you get told off by your parents, man. Especially those so-called the West African jakes, man. They're very strict on that. If you don't go to school, alright, get them grades, go to university, they're very strict on that. They don't kick you out of the house, man. They will kick you out of the house. The West African jakes, they're heavily brainwashed into that white Esau worship, man. They're heavily into that, man.
And to really be honest with you, one thing that I can say about those Nigerians, right, and I've said this before, right, is that because of where they're coming from, they come over here and they do pretty good.
That's it, brother.
They do pretty good.
They know how to beat the system.
They know how to beat the system because they're
Esau
very...
doesn't like that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Because they're very intelligent. One thing with so-called Nigerians, very intelligent. Even certain West Indians that come from Jamaica, they'll come from Jamaica or wherever they're coming from, and come over here and they'll kick butt. But it's the ones that's been taught here, and that just goes to show you that Esau, he has a way, like you said, brother, like you said about Rockefeller. What did Rockefeller say?
He said he doesn't want a nation of thinkers. He wants a nation of workers.
Right. So when you're dealing with the Jakes in the Western Hemisphere. Jake in the Western Hemisphere, they don't have that state of mind that the Jakes in West Africa have. They have more of a serving attitude where it's like, okay, I'm only good enough if I got good grades. And with those good grades, I can get somewhere in my life. Yeah. But when Jake does that, or just everybody, when everybody does that, guess what? The system has a way of fucking with it.
Right.
So they'll have all of the they'll have all of the papers so that they can get a good job or whatever job they want to get. And for some reason they don't get the job, like what happened in 2000, I believe it was 2008, where you had the economic crisis, which affected everybody, beginning with America. You had a lot of people that had all these different scholarships, and they wouldn't really get, you know, exactly what they worked for in school. They wouldn't get the jobs that they worked for in school. Right. So a lot of them wound up being homeless on the street. Right. You understand? And it's like right now, when you look at people that work in these fast food restaurants, believe you me, a lot of those individuals, they went to the schools. Okay, they went to these schools to get what they had to get to, so they could get the good jobs, and they wound up getting the bullshit jobs. And on top of that, they're in debt by hundreds of thousands of dollars or pounds. So the school is there just to program you, to stifle you to a level they want you to be on. That's all it is.
Right, because when you get educated to fix Esau's problems.
Yeah, you're a slave.
The shit that's going on in his system.
You're not going to teach how to be self-sufficient. They won't do that.
You don't keep being taught how to fix the problems within your own nation.
Yeah.
Alright? You're not being taught. See Jake, that's all going to school, got all the. Like when you talk to the nigga woman, the first thing she'll throw in your face, I got a degree.
They're still doing that.
I got a degree.
That's of a certain generation though.
She'll throw that in your face straight away. Because she thinks that's her self-esteem.
Well,
Remember how we were talking about how self-esteem is linked to materialism? But self-esteem can be linked to education, man.
Yeah, that's Western way of thinking. That's not Eastern way of thinking, because like I said, them so-called Nigerians in Nigeria, they come over here and they kill shit, man. I'm talking about they do really good.
Yeah, they do.
But they don't have that mindset where I gotta do this, I gotta do that. They don't do that. They just do what they gotta do because they were taught that a certain way of teaching, and they went with that teaching, and that's what they did. They went far.
Yeah.
Okay, because you got a lot of sharp brothers in Africa, man. You got a lot of sharp people there. But the Jakes here, they're not sharp. Why is that? Because it's the educational system.
Because my people know that down there in Nigeria, that Igbo, they know that they're very hard workers, that they're on point with their shit.
Yeah.
I mean, when I went there, one Igbo guy, dark skin, he was like the manager of the construction team. He even told me that, man.
They don't joke around, man.
In fact, they look down at Jake's over there, look down at Jake's over here. They think Jake's over here weaker.
Yeah.
But they're right. In a sense, they're right. They're right because Jake has been, what is it, man? Jake has been deconstructed down here.
Yeah.
When you check it out, it's true. Now, those so-called Nigerians, they know better because basically they're in hell too. Yeah. They're in captivity as well.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying overall, they have a way of overriding and becoming something.
Yeah.
Rather than just hanging around being a nigger all day, being an old buffoon all fucking day. You know, they do what they gotta do, and they even do better than Edomites.
Yeah.
They driving Audis, they driving BMWs.
Yeah, Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes.
Yeah.
So I thought we was under the curses, brother. Which is true. But it goes back to what I was saying before. It's all based on decisions, the decisions that you make.
Right.
You understand? But like I said, the educational system in Great Britain, it hasn't bettered anybody. Yeah. And this is why, if you understand something, you're dealing with the average person. What are they really talking about? They're not talking about anything groundbreaking or deep. It's just bullshit. You understand?
It's all in aims of building Esau. Alright? That's all it is. You know, when you go to school, it's just training you to make his circle go round, man. Alright, while yours lays in ashes.
Yeah.
But the point now, see us here, we're school teachers. See, we're school teachers, man. We're schooling Jake back into the ways of old, man.
Yeah.
The way of Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, man. Schooling you to deliverance, man. Salvation. To the kingdom. That's why it says, the kingdom of heaven will be likened to those who instructed.
That's why you gotta get them scriptures, brother. You gotta get them scriptures. You know, because it's just what it is. The real schooling is by the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
You get the real schooling when you learn these precepts. Because when you learn the precepts, you understand the whole entire existence of what life is all about. You get it. You ain't gotta be an old geezer. I'm 88 years old and I understand this life as a whole. You got old guys that are like 100 and not, or 88, or 80 plus, let me say that. And they don't understand what world they live in. Okay? But this brother here, you know, he may be in his 40s, but he knows more than the guy that's
50s, brother.
That's 90s. Oh, 50. You know? So that's how it goes, because this knowledge has a way of elevating your mind.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, you know, me personally, I don't really get emotional. And I'm gonna be honest, I was never really an emotional kind of person anyway. I mean, I get emotional, but it's only when it's reasonable to. You know what I'm saying? But when you really dive into the truth, you thinking on a whole different high, man. You thinking on a whole different high. Because in this world, we were taught to focus on the things that we see around us. We were taught to respond to things around us. All right. In other words, you gotta do this to get the ladies, and you gotta measure yourself after a woman and all of that stuff. That's all Western way of thinking. That's not the way of the Lord. That's Esau's programming. Yeah. And everything around us. The things that people are doing, they're doing it because they're under the programming of Esau. Like you see these little thoughts, right, walking up and down the street with their hair on and stuff like that. The reason why they walking around like that, and they got boyfriends that they showing off, because they live in a life of the TV program. That's all they doing. People are living according to what they see on TV. They're not living in terms of being themselves or living to better themselves. They're living to fulfill the life that they see on TV.
Right. That's what's instructed.
This is at St. John 14 and 26, and it says, "But the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, which the Father will send in my name,
Exactly.
He shall teach you all things."
Right. He shall teach you all things. And the way that we've got that by the beginning with the apostles of Great Millstone. We've got the teachings, and now we're schooled, and now we're schooling the elect. Okay, you can get the one in Isaiah. I think it's Jeremiah 3:15. No, Isaiah 3:15. Yeah, read on, brother.
And it says, "And bring all things to your remembrance, whatsoever I have said unto you."
Yeah, exactly. And to bring all things to your remembrance. What are we bringing the elect of our people? We're showing them that they're the real Jews that the Bible speaks about. We're showing them that they're the Hebrew Israelites. So that's one of the things that they remembered. And also this knowledge, the resurrection doctrine, which is what I call it. We had this doctrine before, and now we got it back all over again, beginning with the apostles of Great Millstone and other brothers. All right?
This is
no, brother, let him finish that.
That was it.
Okay, yeah, give me Isaiah 3:15. Because the Lord set up teachers. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Isaiah, give me Isaiah 3. Jeremiah 3, not Jeremiah 3, Isaiah 3:15. It's on Jeremiah 3 goes into the black.
What does it say?
Isaiah 3:15.
Isaiah 3:15 says, "What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor, save the hour of power?"
Try Jeremiah. I don't think it's Jeremiah. You can see.
That's a good scripture, that one.
What does verse 14 say?
Okay, yeah, it's Jeremiah. It's Jeremiah 3:15, and it says, "And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding."
Right. Because once you know the scriptures, and the Apostle Gabar did a thing on it, right, where he was showing the men that made their mark in society, and they made good remarks about. They said they made great remarks about the Bible, and he said one of them said in order for you to master the Bible, it's like mastering life or something to that effect. He said, which is very true, because when you know these scriptures, as I like to call it, it's equivalent to you having a bird's eye view kind of knowledge. You're above and you're seeing everything from below happen. You're seeing the full picture. You understand? That's if your mind is really into the scriptures. You see that. You see how things are operating and why it's operating the way it's operating. You know what I mean? And when you see everything happen, you got the answers, and then when you have the answers, there's really no getting emotional. Now all you got to do is edify the church. Build. Because we're not out here to teach because we feel some kind of way or we got some shit off our chest. I mean, yeah, to a certain degree, but we're here to teach and to build to those that are listening. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We're here to edify. You know what I mean? So go to the thing that has the word.
This is Matthew 13 and 52 says, "Then said he unto them, Therefore every scribe which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is a householder, which bringeth forth out of his treasure things new and old.
Right, the knowledge.
Right. We gotta get it.
Matthew 13 and 52. Then said he unto them, therefore every scribe which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven
Every scribe that's instructed into the kingdom of heaven,
is like unto a man that is a householder, which bringeth forth out of his treasure things new and old.
right, new and old. So you should be learning both Old and New Testament, the Old and the New. Okay, so it's all about instruction, and that's one thing that I know about Jake. Jake will let Edomite instruct him, but he will never allow another Jake to instruct him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's when the people are really fucked up.
Yeah.
That we can only tolerate lessons and teachings from other people, and we can't take it from our own. Like how are the people like that ever gonna rise out of this situation without a deliverer?
That's a psychological thing.
Yeah, you know that we can't take being mentored or disciplined by someone of our own nation. But the second an Edomite come involved, then you're as humble as humble can get. You know?
That's why it's
When you see that suit and tie, you're humble as a woman.
Yeah.
When you see somebody that has the broad nose and the lips, you look at him like, nigga, you know what I'm saying?
That's why when you see them videos of some
Married to boys, hello.
of them are Edomites, I think some of them are Jakes, but when you see them so-called white people doing videos saying how we're the true children of Israel, you know, that's the Jakes are quick to believe them when they're saying it, but when we're telling them, they don't want to hear that.
You know why? Because Jake's been conditioned to think that a nigga don't know nothing. A nigga is dumb.
Yeah.
So when a nigga tries to speak sense, you don't trust what he's saying. Because you think you've always equated a so-called black person to not knowing nothing. So when you equate Esau, it's called associative thinking. You associate black to dumbness, dirtiness. So when he try and tell you about something wise, you look at him like.
But you know the true reason is though, brother.
Huh?
You know the true reason is though.
But let me just finish. And then when you quote the so-called white man to education, like you know everything, so you trust what he said. You want to trust in him more than your fellow, you know, your countrymen. You understand? But like I said, it all goes back to the scriptures, man.
Yeah, get 2 Corinthians 4 and 4 for the brother.
Let me finish it.
Was it really?
Don't get.
Yeah, just for you brothers. This is the true reason.
Was that again, sorry?
No, 2 Corinthians 4 and 4.
So 2 Corinthians 4 and 4, and it says, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh shine, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them.
Yeah.